everybody. Welcome to Chicago. I'm going to do probably something I shouldn't. I'm trying the YouTube live app again. We'll give it a try. We'll see how long it goes before it gets blurry, so I'll appreciate everybody's feedback. Let me know if we're streaming okay. Here, yeah, we got, January the 16th, 2025. Here we're at Lake in Michigan, where we usually begin our live streams here. There's the pink line heading around the bend. We went through there this morning there on TikTok. And hey, there's Nando's Nutellas. We'll cut over. We'll head into the loop here. Yeah, it's pretty warm. Let me check my other phone here. Hey, Chris, thanks for tuning in. And really, Julie Reed, thanks for being on. John James, everybody. So we'll do another experiment today with the YouTube Live app. Oops, sorry. I'm trying to get out of people's way here. My phone says we're up to 37 degrees. This can't be right. We're above freezing. We're above freezing here. So it feels really nice and warm here. So we're going to enjoy this. Thanks, Chris. Thanks for being on. Sharon, Marilyn, John James. Yeah, I'm glad to see, Chris, you posted that video of your rehab. I reposted it, and hopefully other people have saw it. I think a lot of people saw it. You posted it yesterday. I got the same problem you have. I got the delay getting your videos. I don't get them right away. I get like a day later there, but I saw a lot of people saw that. But hey, we're above freezing. We haven't been above freezing in several days. So hey, let's get out and enjoy it. And give me feedback if it gets blurry, because I can't tell on my end. I'm using the YouTube app. Worst case scenario, we'll switch to Streamlabs. But I'm hoping I cleared out the cache. I got a lot of space. This is my newer phone. I think some of the other problems I might have been having, I was using my other phone, which is just packed with old TikTok archives, because my whole phone's like filled up with all my reruns and archive videos, because we can't trust TikTok, we can't trust Congress, we can't trust anything. Isn't it amazing so many people are going to Red Note, even though you know, there might still be the same security issues with that, but it's the thumb the nose at our own government and how, you know, hypocritical they are about security, especially if they extend it for 270 days. Are they really concerned about it that much? Here, let's check out. There's a fire incident. There's a police ambulance and a fire truck here. We're at the corner of Lake in Michigan. I just left work here. We got just after the noon hour. It's pretty clear so far. Yeah, the keyword is so far. We notice as we get longer into the videos, usually I stream for about an hour here at lunch, that we have issues. But we'll give it a try. Hopefully we can work it out. If TikTok does get banned, we're still all set up to go here on YouTube. You guys are ahead of the curve. You're smarter than the average bear. Number 13. I don't think it's too bad here. I think it's just a usual routine call here when you call an ambulance or medic. Sometimes the fire truck shows up if somebody's in the elevator. Here we're at Wabash and Lake Street. We're right by the Virgin Hotels here. Yeah, this is look at that beautiful facade there above the area. We'll cross the street here. We can cross. Check out this fire. It's about to pull away here. So yeah, number 13 is pulling away. I think this incident is all wrapped up, whatever happened here. Scenes of the city here. Yeah, see their ambulance is pulling out. We got L train, ambulance, fire marshal. Cybertruck. I feel like flipping the guy off, but he looks like a nice guy. I won't fault the guy for. I saw the guy in the window there. I want to flip off Musk. I don't want to flip off the guy driving the Cybertruck. Here's the green line. Here's the green line. Heading by here. They're rounding the bend here. Things of the city here. Sounds of the city, yeah, sirens, trains. pigeons. Look at all the pigeons here. Somebody must have fed. The pigeons are fighting over some scraps there. There's more pigeons. Oh, they're out under Cesar's. They're under Cesar's tacos. They're getting the scraps. There, we're back at State Lake. We've been here. Oh, she almost got attacked by the pigeon there. Attacking the pigeons there. I want to get over to the alley. Yeah, the alley moved over to Belmont. Used to be near Clark Street. Now it's over across the river. Yeah, they have a really successful social media apparatus outreach. They market on Instagram, TikTok. Yeah, the alley. I want to get over there. I'll get over there eventually. And that's a good suggestion there. So here, we'll head by the Chicago Theater here. We might as well check it out. We'll see who's playing here. Chains and Jeezy. Joe Bonamassa. I think Jimmy O Yang. Yeah, Jimmy O Yang's going to be there January 31st. You remember him from Silicon Valley? He's a stand-up comic now. And Pat McGann there. He's going to be at the Chicago Theater. Here, we'll go by Redline, ESPN Chicago. Hey, how's it going, Anita? Thanks for being on. Heather B, everybody. We streaming okay? It's clear, still clear screen or resolution. Hey, Chicago Theater. Hey, Jimmy O Yang. Yeah. Pat McGann live. Beautiful facade there. Here, the ABC 7's all closed up here. So here we'll go by the Joffrey Ballet. Here's they got this. So they're working on the Gene Siskel Film Center. They got this. I'm on YouTube. Yeah, live. How's it going? Brian Really Chicago. Oh, I didn't realize you were talking to me. I'm sorry, I'm talking so loud. Yeah, that's okay. Brian Really Chicago. Oh, here, let me type it. Okay, yeah. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Are you on YouTube or TikTok or anything? You don't. Okay. There we go. There, Brian Really Chicago. Nope. There I am, live. Yeah, hit that. Yeah, see, hey, that's good. Thanks a lot. Thank you. That's good. See, he's got the stream now. He saw I was live streaming, and we made a new friend there. Hello, thank you. Thanks for tuning in here. See, now you can link up here, find me on YouTube. See, you meet people in real life, and then we connect in the digital space here. That's great. So here it is, the Goodman Theater. You can get there that way. Joffrey Ballet. We'll cruise by Daily Plaza. I'll get over to the Riverwalk. We'll come back on the Riverwalk because it's feels pretty warm today. It's above 32 degrees. I feel like running along the lakeshore in shorts. Hey, fans, that's good. Peace, love, and sunshine, Dolores. Yeah, we got 41 people tuning in here using the YouTube app. We'll see if more people join us later when we get by the Riverwalk. So yeah, we'll go by Joffrey Ballet, Macy's, Marshall Fields. They already took down the window displays. There's the Nederlander. We'll cross the street there so we can see the facade when we walk by. We've done this walk many times. You guys know where we're at. There's the Muddy Waters mural there. Oh, see how that's the snap of the YouTube app. Yeah, you want mayo and fries and #1 Big Mac. We got all kinds of interesting usernames here. You dip my fries in mayo. Look at that. That's a Texas truck in Chicago. What's it doing here? That's great. You know, I go to the suburbs of Houston, and all these suburban guys are driving big trucks like that, and they live in the suburbs. It's funny. It's like they're going to the rodeo, but they're just going to the cul-de-sac. Hey, Nederlander. Yeah. Hello, how's it going, everybody? Yeah. So I'm telling people, a lot of people are reaching out to me on TikTok. I know people are really concerned about the TikTok ban or shutdown or whatever's going to happen. And I'm like, I'm not going away. If TikTok, I'll still be streaming on YouTube. People be like, oh, I'm going to miss your lives. I'm like, what, you're not going to watch me on YouTube? You know, it baffles. I know that's not what people mean. People don't know where to find me. They don't know how to use YouTube. Hopefully people can figure it out. So if you've got any people that are like, what happened to Brian Really Chicago after TikTok ban, please say, hey, you can still watch him on YouTube. I can't imagine that if someone would enjoy my lives on TikTok, why wouldn't they watch on YouTube? But I know some people have beefs against YouTube or don't like the interface or want me to go to Red Note. I'm apprehensive about going to Red Note personally, just because it's still a Chinese-owned app and there's a language barrier. And I think people are just doing it to thumb their nose at the government, which is great. I'm all for that. Hey, I told people it's like whack-a-mole. They're going to try to shut down TikTok. It'll just pop up somewhere else. And people won't. A lot of people are angry at Instagram and Zuckerberg for not having a spine and just, one time he goes all woke, then the other time he goes all fascist. He wants to protect his profits. It's all, we know where his heart's at there. And so we'll go over to Daily Plaza here. And there we'll see if they got, we'll see. The guy's yelling at me because I'm not giving him money. That's an interesting strategy. But I guess you can just go up and demand money. I know he probably needs money. We all need money. I need money. I can't just go up and yell at somebody, give me money. It's a violence-free shakedown. Just guilt trip. But here, this used to be the power plant. I think it still is. That's why it's still there. That's why they tore down all the other buildings on Block 37. That remains. That's a Commonwealth Edison. It's a Commonwealth Edison power plant there. There's Channel 2 News there. We'll see if YouTube gives me a copyright strike for just filming the live broadcasters talking about the fires there. Maybe they'll show the forecast there. 35, well, it already went away there. There, Thursday, 37, tomorrow, 42, Saturday, 29, Sunday, Monday, a high of 7, Tuesday, a high of 6. So it's going to get cold again when we go to next week. I'm talking too loud here. I need to put my voice down here. Yeah, I use a gimbal. Peace, love, and sunshine. I use a gimbal. That's why otherwise it would be all shaky like that. And well, it's actually pretty good. I think the YouTube app actually kind of smooths it out even more. So I think the YouTube app's doing some. I really want to use the YouTube app. I'm trying to. I've had bad luck where the resolution degrades over time, but maybe I just need to keep more space free on my phone. And here, let's head over to the Thompson Center. We'll do but there's the Picasso, and it's a Picasso. They got that Picasso there. Remember the Blues Brothers parked the Bluesmobiles here and ran inside there, pay their nun's tax bill. Yeah. MBT, Julie Reed, getting ready for a winter blast. Yeah, winter's not over. At least we're getting a little respite. Look at you can see into the interior of the City Hall there. There's nice curved arches, curve in both directions. Here, we'll go this way. I'm always amazed when, I'll see people out in the street and they'll see me live streaming and they'll pull their hood down like to cover their face. I'm like, don't you realize there's cameras there, there's cameras there, there's cameras there, there's cameras there. I think they're more concerned about my camera than like all the real police cameras, which are all over, the traffic cameras that are in all these intersections. Those are the ones really being looked at by the authorities. I'm just a YouTube guy, but I guess I wear a blue coat. People think I'm with the police because I have a blue Columbia jacket. I get that all the time. People are like, you should stop wearing that blue coat. People think it's like a gang sign, like the Bloods and the Crips with the blue and the red, or police, back the blue. But it's just the blue Columbia jacket. I mean, come on, you can't wear the color blue. Here's Thompson Center. This used to be the State of Illinois building. Google's renovated. We've been talking about it for a long time here. Look at that scaffolding, Clark Construction. We're at the intersection of Randolph and Clark Street. And this is going to be an ongoing construction project. Earlier in the week, we checked out 400 North Lakeshore. I'll cut out some of those videos. I already have, but I still need to whittle it down there. And yeah, what's cooking? I'm on a mission from GAD. The Cook County building. Yeah, Cook County's one half of it. City Hall's the other half, more or less. And there used to be a lot of government offices over there, but I think like the DMV's over there now. Here's the Cadillac Palace Theater right on Randolph here. We'll go underneath it, showing Beetlejuice. Brother works for a company that manages facial recognition. Yeah, it's insane how it works. And yeah, they're using it all over. And if the authorities were looking for me, yeah, I'd be worried about it too. I'm a paranoid person, and I've resisted social media for years. Now look at me now, I'm on it every day. Eventually you got to throw in the towel, and you can't beat it, you join them. Looking down the South Street here, there's the Financial District Board of Trade. And yeah, we walked down there many times. There we'll go. I want to get over to the Riverwalk here, so we'll head over straight to the South Branch here. And yeah, 3 Beetlejuices, the musical. I'm not going to say it 3 times because I'm paranoid. There it is, showtime. Broadway in Chicago, based on a dearly beloved Burton film. Harry Potter's, I think that's in the Nederlander. There, you get 6 nights out, 1 purchase. You get all those musicals. State of Illinois building. This is residential. Look at the beautiful top of this and then the top of that one. See, it snaps there. Loop of Chicago, thanks for tuning in. We got 37 degrees. Feels like a heat wave here. Thanks for being on, everybody there. Yeah, you lived in the downtown there? Yeah, you've been all over this place. You know where we're at. Yeah, delicious. I'm glad the resolution's holding out here. I think if I can discover I can stream using the YouTube app, I'll feel much better. I get frustrated when, just things don't work the way I want them to work, or we have connectivity issues. Makes me feel like I'm doing something wrong, which I probably am. Here, we'll go under Wells Street. There's the L here at Wells Street. How's it going, Tara, and everybody else here? Yeah, I remember the Blues Brothers had the high-speed chase down this street. Yeah, they're doing construction over here. One of the theaters is showing Annie. We'll see what it says here on this banner up here, kind of in the theater district here. All kinds of weird stuff's going on here. Cars trying to park and back out. Honk you. There's the fire department connection. Yeah, Julie, seems to be working. Good. Thanks for the feedback. I appreciate it. And here, Annie, Chicago Theater. So, they already did that. That's back from December. Annie was at the Chicago Theater. It's gone, but they still got the banner up, so it's moved on to other cities probably. Yeah, favorite movies. That's great. Good. Work downtown, lived up north. That's me too. I live up in Lincoln Park there. The first year I live streamed, people would they'd be like, how can you live in Lincoln Park, you horrible person? Why don't you go to the south and west side? So I'd go to O Block and no one would watch. I'd go to the west side, no one would watch. And then I'd stream from Lincoln Park. Oh, you horrible person in Lincoln Park. How dare you live up there with all those billionaires and yuppies and white people, you horrible person, live in Lincoln Park. Like people would literally say that. And I was like, is it a bot? It was just weird. It was like weird stalking. And people really, and I understand. I went to the Sox home opener. I understand people don't like the north side. I get it. But, that'll just make me want to live there more. I ain't going to have somebody tell me where I'm going to live. That's kind of arrogant, And I guess it was just getting back. I used to have bad experiences with people who live on the north side. I've had bad experiences with people living on the north side, and I live on the north side, so I know what you mean. And I'm making a bigger deal out of it than it is, but hey, yeah, it was a good. See, I was talking. I missed the great view to the Sears Tower. There was a good view of the Sears Tower. Oops, trying to get through here. Everywhere I go, someone's walking straight towards me, trying to get out of the camera, but they're walking straight towards me. Yeah, who wants to be the new Bears head coach? Who wants that job? Work for a franchise that the owners drive into the ground and general managers, and we get these number 1 all-star quarterback draft picks, and we can't support the rookie there, and McCaskey's just keep collecting the profits. They want a new stadium. They're like, pay us or we'll leave. We'll go to Arlington Heights. Kind of puts a sour note. my taste there. But here it is, we can look down. This is Whacker Drive, how it wraps around the loop. There's the Sears Tower there at the end there. We missed it before, it was a better view, but here we'll get across the river here. Very safe area there, that's good. How the Cubs ownership doing with the Chicago fans? I mean, okay, so I went last June the 23rd, 2024, we went to the unveiling of the Ryne Sandberg statue at Gallagher Way. Here comes the Green Line crossing at Lake Street. This is the South Branch of Chicago River looking north to Wolf Point. And that was a great event. A lot of people showed up to see. Ryne Sandberg was there, Bob Costas was there, of course Ricketts was there, and a lot of people associated with the Cubs franchise. They cheered when Bob Costas gave his little talk about the Ryne Sandberg game that he called in the 80s, and Ryne Sandberg. But when Ricketts came up to speak, this is for the unveiling, and you could see it on my video. You know, I don't know if I got that part. I was on TikTok, said you can't watch the whole thing like YouTube. A lot of people in the crowd booed Ricketts, and these were Cubs fans that showed up to see the Ryne Sandberg unveiling. So I don't know what people think of Ricketts, and that might have just been like a personal beef with the season ticket holders or something. I don't know. But it's hard to own any of these teams. I don't have any sympathy for the billionaires that own these franchises. They're just cash cows. They're like little monopolies. Why do you think billionaires, the first thing they do is try to buy a sports team? Even Elon Musk is trying to buy a soccer team in England because they're just so profitable. And the city subsidizes it, the non-for-profit NFL. Screw that. You know, I'm not going to buy any NFL merchandise. They make so much money as it is. You know, I throw them into evil corporations. They make the news announcers wear business suits like they're stock traders. You know, to support their brand because everybody owns it. They're all millionaires and billionaires and trillionaires and buy elections and cancel social media apps and force people to scramble around. There'll be a backlash. All we need is another recession or a pullback in the stock market. And believe me, there'll be righteous populist anger against these, including Jamie Dimon, Bank of America, so freaking profitable. Everybody else is dealing with inflation, and everything the Fed does helps out the banks, and then they want to, you know, use their money and their power to stop the government from regulating themselves, so they can just do the same thing that led to the financial crisis. They can do it again. You know, I don't trust the banks. I don't trust Bitcoin. I don't trust anything. I think a lot of people are with us now. We're forced to buy what everybody else already owns. I'm not going all socialist. I'm just frustrated. And as rich as anybody thinks they can get out the stock market, everybody, all the billionaires will be richer. They'll get richer off of us. We will never catch up. There, here's the Green Line. No, I don't know. I can't tell what line this is. Here, we're over at the Lake Street again. Here's Lake Street looking east. What time we got here? 12:20 something. Yeah. Hey, we got a little snow here. Here's the confluence. Where's Pizza Lisa? The confluence of the north and south branches next to the Esplanade. There's the Wolf Point there, Salesforce Tower. Salesforce. Larry Ellison, Oracle, all these. All we need is a recession, and then the billionaires won't get their freaking tax cut. Oh, boo-hoo. Boo-hoo. You made so much record profits in the last, when did they do the tax cuts? 2017, 2018. There's the Calatrava statue. We'll see how many of our allies we can piss off in the next 4 years. I'm joking. I don't want that to happen. Here's just because you're rich don't mean you can just insult people in other countries. I guess I'm just as bad. I'll get off of this. I know people don't want to hear me talk about this. We just want to talk about the city architecture. little cute cats and a beautiful view here to the skyline architecture. What time? Yeah, let's go over to the Kenzie Street Bridge there. Let's check it out here. We got time. Let's see. Maybe we can see the metro train going around here. Hey, John James, Christopher, thanks for tuning in there. The dude. Yeah, so, yeah, unfortunately, the Blommer chocolate factory, I know exactly what you're talking about. I got TikToks on it. I filmed it 2 years ago and last year. Fortunately, it was bought out and they shut down. Remember how you used to be able to smell the chocolate? Yeah, the Blommer chocolate factory's over here. Here's the Metra. But unfortunately, it doesn't smell like chocolate over there anymore. I think they shut it down. They got bought out. They consolidated with some other. Am I correct about that? But yeah, I know the factory's still there. We're wondering if some like developers are going to buy it up and make it like high-end condos or something like this. But here's the. We can look into the West Loop here. We're looking down Fulton Street. This is the Fulton Market District. That's all Fulton Market that way. We walk down there sometimes. Don't forget, in March, they'll probably do the Iditarod again. Remember at the beginning of March, where they race around the shopping carts and everybody dresses up. That's where those guys dressed up like Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. And we'll try to cover it again. I'll see if like Jeremy or somebody wants to like actually enter it. And then I could like follow along with them and go to bar. You know, if any team wants me to have a live streamer document their Iditarod experience there for posterity, let me know, because there's other social media people, the Chicago's Best Date Food and all that, they film that too because they get tons of likes. People tune in to see that. But here we'll head down behind the there's a Gibson Steakhouse here. How you doing? Here we'll head around here. We'll cross the at-grade metro tracks here. Used to park next to Chocolate Factory. Hey, thanks for tuning in, dude. Monkey Business photo booth. Hey, that's good. Thanks, Monkey Business. Yeah, so, you know, I know some people, I'm glad you sound like you're smarter than the average bear. I'm glad you get my sarcasm, where I'm coming from, my righteous, populist anger. But other people, it rubs them the wrong way. It was really hard for me before the election. I covered the Democratic convention, both the protest and the people attending the convention, and we went over to the west side there and walked around some of the neighborhoods while we were over there. But I just turned the comments off on TikTok when I was doing it. I missed out on a lot of engagement because of that, but I just didn't want my moderators or other people it's just, you can't win. You just have to let people just pollute your comment section with a bunch of propaganda and hype and yard signs, and it doesn't really add anything to the discussion. It's just a bunch of trolling. We've become a nation of trolls, and I guess I'm part of that too. You know, it's hard to have a discussion. It's hard when I'm walking around. If I was like sitting in a chair, actually engaged in the comments, look how much I'm multitasking here. I'm trying to walk. I'm trying not to slip on the ice. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going, talk about stuff, and then we got comments going on, and everybody throws you for a loop. Sometimes I misspeak, and then I'm like, oh, I'm backpedaling and dealing with that, and then I get all self-conscious. It's hard to live stream. It's like you know how people used to be afraid of public speaking? This is a form of public speaking, that you're like on TV, you know, and you're like, when I turn it off, sometimes I'm relieved. I'm like, good, and I can pick my nose. There's I'm not even showing my face. There's the tracks of the metro that we just crossed. This used to be cold storage. This used to be a cold storage building where they would take the ice in the old days before refrigeration, or when people had ice boxes, and they would it's really thick walls. And now it's adaptive reuse to turn into housing. This is a new condo. So many new things have been built in the West Loop, Fulton Market District, all the way over to Ogden Avenue. We'll go by this Harry Weiss thing. We'll cross the Dave Matthews Bridge. Where the Dave Matthews Bridge incident happened, we've done this before here at the post office. I'll ask him, why did my NASCAR bracelet come 3 months late? They saw NASCAR, they threw it in the corner. Look how, okay, see how the train tracks, there used to be that's the bridge that's usually in the upright position. There was railroad tracks that used to feed underneath the merchandise mart, and there used to be rolls of paper I don't think that's true. The railroad tracks go all the way over the Tribune. There were warehouses and stuff over in Streeterville that railroad track would connect to, but they don't use it anymore. So they just leave that bridge in the upright position there. Yeah, thanks for understanding there, Zoed, and the dude there. Yeah, thanks, John James, and everybody else for understanding there. Yeah, you guys get it. You guys get it. I'm just glad I'm able to stream. Okay, here. Hey, we got 62 people tuning in. Welcome to YouTube. Welcome to Brian Ridley Chicago. I usually stream on TikTok, but we've been streaming on YouTube for a year and a half now. And so I got TikTok shuts down. We'll keep the show going here as we do at lunchtime. Look, she's cleaning the balcony here. People live here. This is Harry Weiss's residential buildings along the north branch of the Chicago River. This was built in 1988. Harry Weiss is a Chicago architect, was a Chicago architect. And there's that bridge there. This is the bridge where the Dave Matthews bus incident, where the bus driver released the contents of their tour bus on poor unsuspecting people in a architectural tour boat. And that had to be gross. And that's why there's all these like little stickers and stuff here. There it is. Look, I went to Chicago and all I got was 800 pounds of Dave Matthews Band poop on me. You see that? Look, yeah, there we go. The signs of the prophets were written on the stereo walls there, or whatever. I think it's Rush alluding to a Simon and Garfunkel song, alluding to a biblical passage here. Here, let's. Hey, I think we'll be able to walk around Wolf Point. Here's the East Bank Club, very expensive health club with nice pools and indoor courts and roof deck and things like that. That really happened, yeah, the Dave Matthews Band incident. What happened was, I was living in the city when it happened. I think it was early 2000s. Dave Matthews Band was in Chicago for a concert in the tour bus. They dropped off the band and the tour bus was driving around. Supposedly he didn't have time, or claimed he didn't have time, or he was behind schedule. He couldn't go to there's probably not a station near downtown Chicago where you could, like RVs, you can clean out your septic tank. And so he probably did it before. He probably got it away with it the other times he did it in different cities or this city. He knows that these bridges, they have grates where, you know, if you dump something out when you drive across, it just goes. So as he was driving across real slow, he just pushed that button and released. But he didn't check. You think he would have checked to see if there was a boat coming, because maybe the boat was right underneath when he released it and he didn't see it. And there's a fully loaded architectural tour boat was sprayed with, you can imagine how nasty that was. And of course it was a horrible, bad press for Dave Matthews and his band. He was literally banned from playing in Chicago for over a decade. He would have to play in Indiana at the casinos, or you'd have to go to Wisconsin or something. Here's this here's this bridge in the upright position here. Look at this giant counterweight, the Baskill. It's on a fulcrum like a teeter-totter. And it can lower. They only lower it once a year to make sure it's still working. Otherwise, they leave it in the upright position, because then they don't have to raise and lower it, because it's not used anymore for a railroad bridge. Yeah, thank you. Casey, how you doing there? You left TikTok? Hey, thanks for joining the Lunch Munch, Casey. We're glad to have you, see? Yeah. Sailboat house, that's what those look like. They look like, and that's what Harry Weiss designed them. He was inspired by the sails. That's why those triangular windows that allow light, they have some problems. Sometimes they're too hot in the summer and not as efficient to heat in the wintertime. But what a location. You can pull your boat right up to your private dock there. Kayak, wouldn't that be nice? There's some condos. So they finally got this opened up. It took them a while. They kept like having it closed off because they had scaffolding on the side of the building. They were fixing something for these residents. Look, some people got their windows open. Some people got their windows open because it's up to 38 degrees. Yeah. Welcome back. Yeah. Welcome, Casey. Yeah. So there it is. There's the bridge here. There might be a slight delay on me reading your comments. We noticed that with the YouTube app. There's like a minute delay, so I'm seeing your comments about things I already walked by a minute ago, which is fine. But at least so hopefully the image is okay. And then hey, you hear that train coming there? Look at the green line crossing at Lake here. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah. See, we walked south of that bridge. Sorry for the snapping of the I gotta figure out. That's my biggest. Well, besides the resolution issue, I don't like the zoom on the YouTube app. There's the green line heading across. See, they got this seating here. I guess they'll plant some stuff there. And then they got this nice seating here, public amenity here. Hopefully this is, I guess, I don't know if it's privately owned. I don't know if they can kick you off of it or not. I know I tried to live stream inside the lobby, and the security, they said, nope, nice try. We're the corporate police force. We're the Pinkertons. I think it'll be more and more a part of our lives as billionaires need to protect their wealth and build moats and towers and their own private armies with drones to protect their billions of dollars and their stock options. Don't think it won't happen. Here's, see this Y? You see this on the Cook County flag? It actually, the confluence, the actual, see how there's a slight Y here at Wolf Point here where the North Branch of the Chicago River and the main channel join the South Branch. And now the water flows out the South Branch because we reversed, well, the people 125 years ago reversed the Chicago River so it flows the opposite direction, which helps with the pollution in the lake there. Yeah, that's where the window washers were dangling. Yeah, we saw it. Remember that? The local news actually called me for that footage. We were over there on that bridge and we zoomed in. You can still see that video still online. Look at the Sears Tower there. There's a pink line. Pink lines are shorter. They're only 4 cars. But here we're at Wolf Point here. Now we can walk through here finally. And we'll head across the Franklin Street Bridge and then we'll just head right back to the Riverwalk here. What time we got here? We got 12:38 Chicago Central Time here. Yeah, all the glass buildings. Yeah, this curve there, the used to be the 333 Whacker. Now it's Nuveen Investments. Nuveen Investments. Merchandise Mart. They have a nice esplanade in front of the Merchandise Mart, but it's closed for winter. And they technically own it. They can kick you out. Sometimes I've walked through there, the security looked right at me, didn't stop me filming. Other times they stopped me from filming, so I don't know. Hey, look at the little ducks. See, the ducks came in for a landing there. That was a nice flock of ducks there. See, there's an elevator. So it's ADA accessible. That's good. People often ask me about the Riverwalk's ADA accessible. Yeah, there are some elevators, but there's you have to kind of look for them. They're kind of hidden, just like this one. You know, if you ask, there's security down here. They'll tell you where it's at. There's public restrooms along the Riverwalk too. They're usually open, but not always. They can lock them up at night for obvious reasons. But Orleans Street here, Merchandise Mart. Welcome to Chicago. Thanks for tuning in to YouTube here. We're using the YouTube app. So far, so good. I'll just have to remember to use this phone and not my other phone. My other phone's the ones I was having the problems with. So we'll get a good view as we cross over this way. I work for an architecture engineering firm. That's why I'm downtown every weekday. You know, I have the luxury of working a few days from home every week if I want to. Most people I work with take advantage of that. Usually they work from home Mondays and Fridays, and if they come into the office at all, they'll come in on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, like today. I'm I have so many distractions at home. I get more work done when I'm in the office. I guess I've been conditioned all my life, like school and, you know, before the pandemic. Other people, they're more efficient at home. So, you know, but it motivates me to walk downtown. Half of what I live stream on TikTok, which I'll start doing here on YouTube if the van goes through, is walk to work in the morning. I walk from Fullerton 3 miles south to the Loopberry, Michigan Avenue and Lake, and that's where we start the lunch thing. At lunchtime we do this because I can go film the Bean. We went to Buckingham Fountain. We went over to Navy Pier yesterday. I can go to the South Loop or the West Loop and get back in time. And if you're worried about it, people are like, well, when do you eat lunch? I eat at my desk there while I'm working, because I usually do that anyway, because I guess I'm just have no social life. That's why you guys are my social life. Thanks for being a part of it here. Here we got the light here. There's the Sears Tower. So we're looking south on Franklin Street here. There's the Loop of Chicago. We just crossed the river, and I'll show you the river again. I'm just getting across the street here. And Whacker Drive. Hey, there's a boat. There's a boat, January. It looks like a Metropolitan Water Reclamation District boat or something. See, they got this barge they're working on the Franklin Street Bridge, which crosses at the angle. All these are drawbridges. I can't wait till springtime when we can see the sailboats come in their winter storage, but we got that won't start until the end of April. So we got a long ways to go. If we can make it to St. Patrick's Day, we'll be in the clear. Yeah, the Kennedys used to go to the Merchandise Mart. Yeah, yeah, let's see if you might say what I'm going to say too. They always told us never to go near the entourage. Yeah, they actually had their boat. They would cruise on the Kennedy yacht. But the reason is, for whatever reason, the father, the patriarch of the Kennedy dynasty there, the father of JFK and RFK, what was his name, Joe Kennedy, for whatever reason, he was very fortunate during the stock market crash, whereas he sold before the crash happened. And then later in the early part of the 30s, he still had assets to buy stuff when it was on a fire sale. And the Kennedy family bought the Merchandise Mart only a few years after it was built by the Marshall Field and all these giant heads there, the old business leaders of Chicago. And the Kennedys owned this until the 90s. They eventually sold it, and they actually made money off of it. So it was actually one of their primary assets for the Kennedy. But all the time, during the time where the Kennedy was president and RFK was running and all that. And that's why, yeah, there is a Kennedy connection to Chicago through the Merchandise Mart. Of course, they're from the Boston area, or the Massachusetts. Hey, that's good. Thanks, Casey. Thanks for the good feedback. See, that's what we do. I just show people. I know I show touristy stuff, but that's what people want to see. They want to see the Riverwalk. They want to see Navy Pier. They want to see Buckingham Fountain, the Bean. We show, you know, Rush Street, Michigan Avenue. I do get to. We went to Little Village. I filmed the Mexican Independence Day Parade on 26th Street. We filmed the Bud Billiken Parade on Martin Luther King in Bronzeville. That's one of my most popular videos on YouTube. We filmed, you know, fireworks. We did NASCAR. We did Lollapalooza, stuff like that. Taste of Chicago. We get out to the Puerto Rican Day Parade. We get out to Chinatown. Hopefully we'll be able to cover the Chinese New Year Parade as we did the last 2 years. It's end of this month or beginning of February. There'll be a polar plunge at the end of the month at Oak Street Beach, stuff like that. Shiditarod's interesting. They race around shopping carts for charity. It's to raise money for food pantries, and these different teams, they dress up in themes, and it's a lot of fun, just like the Iditarod in Alaska, except with dog sleds. Humans are pushing the shopping cart around through the streets of Chicago. Isn't that funny? They've been doing it for years, and we always enjoy it. It's kind of an alternative festival. And I'm actually getting warm enough. I'm going to take off my gloves. I am taking off my gloves because we're in the upper 30s. We've been in the deep freeze all week, and we weren't as cold as the suburbs when it got down near zero a few nights. But we might get in the negatives tomorrow or next week. Hey, we're on the Chicago Riverwalk here. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being a live audience. I'm just creating content, span of time. And I learn stuff from people tuning in. People make me aware of things I didn't know about, and then I forget them, and then they remind me of them again. Like, you know, stuff coming up. Or like I need to go to the alley. The alternative leather and fashion place there used to, you get piercings and tattoos and whatever else you get there. Lingerie for Valentine's Day, they got it all. Yeah, negatives next week. It's gonna get cold. Yeah, get the boxer shorts there. Get the boxer shorts with the hearts on it, little Cupid shorts. Yeah. That's where we came from here. So here we're going underneath LaSalle Street on the Riverwalk here. Flying to Chicago tomorrow. Hey, Emma. Well, hey, hope you have a good trip there. Come in for the weekend. Fortunately, yeah, it might be some rain tomorrow. Hopefully it won't affect the flights, but it'll be warm, and then I don't know how long you're staying. It's going to get really cold Monday and Tuesday, so hope you got your winter coat. I'm sure you do. Today's not too bad, but yeah, we were here this morning. We look at the snow here. This is the seat wall here along in between Clark and LaSalle, across from the Botanica building. They light this up at night. It looks nice. And here's where the Eastland disaster happened in 1915. A horrible maritime disaster happened here. A Laker ship that was supposed to be a pleasure cruise out to Indiana Dunes. Tragically, the boat capsized. It listed when it was right here, right next to the shore where people were getting on it. And over 800 people perished, whole families. It was horrible. Almost as many people died in the Eastland disaster as the Titanic. And can you believe it? In 20 feet of water next to land. And it was George Hallis was supposed to be on the boat. He was young at the time. He arrived late, and he was afraid he was going to miss the boat. Now that's a boat he was glad he didn't get on, because what if George Hallis would have died? The Bears founder and coach and legend there would have died on the Eastland disaster. Shows you how history can turn on a dime, you know. A lot of things just... Yeah, the Botanical Gardens. There's the Botanical Gardens up in the North Shore there. It's up by Ravinia. Yeah, you go up, and I don't get up that way that much because I don't even get to Evanston that much. I don't even get to Rogers Park that much because I don't have a car. And that's no excuse. I could take the metro up there. You can take the metro and walk over. But the Botanical Gardens are beautiful, especially at Christmas time. I go to the Lincoln Park Conservatory. I go to the Garfield Park Conservatory, which is in the west side. There's other areas. We go into the Japanese Garden in Jackson Park, which is on the south side. That's outdoors. The Japanese Garden is just beautiful. Big Glacier Keys has filmed that too, as City Walking Girl. She's filmed it as well. You can watch their content, other fellow Chicago content creators here and live streamers. Here's, I don't know if this Gemini filmed it. He films stuff all over the city. He's big on YouTube. He has literally tens of thousands of followers on YouTube, and his videos are much more successful than mine because he films 4K, 60 frames per second, amazingly good quality videos, and he doesn't talk over them. Here's the Tiny Tap. Hey, we're at Chicago Riverwalk here, the House of Blues. And thanks for tuning in here. We're above freezing, 38 degrees the last time I checked, which is warmer than I expected. Temperature really jumped up there. The haunted Chicago stories, you're right. You got it. Yeah, we got a lot of crazy stuff happening in this city. It still happens in this city. I still see videos of the violence that still happens all over the city, and it's scary because, you know, that travels further than a positive video, you know. And so our reputation precedes itself. I understand why people are always asking about, is it safe? Is it safe? I'm like, nothing's safe. It's like a stock market investment. Is it safe? No, you could lose all your money, you know. Talk to people that invested in Enron, you know, it can happen. In Chicago, you can be in the safest part of Chicago, something bad can happen. You can be in the worst part of Chicago and you have a positive experience, you know. I hate that I can't have to keep saying this. You guys know this. Just state the obvious. People ask the question, expecting me to give the answer they already expect me to give. If I give the other answer, it freaks them out. Here's Marina Towers. Someone's trying to call me that said scam likely. I'm not going to answer that. I like that the phone, like, why does no one answer their phones anymore? Everything's text. It's because telemarketers have trained us all not to answer any call. And so that's what they get. You know, just like lawyers have ruined the world, telemarketers have ruined cell phones. You're always getting calls from numbers you don't know, and you don't want to talk to them. And it's a bunch of commercials. It's like most of the mail you get in the mail is junk mail, solicitations. But there's the, I haven't seen the hot tub boat out recently. There they are. There's the hot tub boats that we see out. That's where they store them there. And I'm glad I got out of the way. She was really moving there. That's good. But yeah, see, that's the bottom of Marina. The Marina Towers here. Corn cap buildings. It's corn, a big lump with knobs. Your car warranty. Yeah. I lost my car. I parked my car. I can't find my car. There's the text. Boat rentals by the hour. Yeah, I talked to him on her behalf there. Yeah, good day for the Riverwalk. Used to live near O'Hare. Oh, really? Oh, that was a big deal. Yeah, that was before my time. I mean, I was alive then, but I wasn't living in Chicago. Yeah, there was that plane crash in '79. That was horrible. Yeah. Well, you know, they've recently expanded O'Hare. They realigned the runways, and that was controversial because then people's that didn't used to be under the flight path are now under the flight path, and that's very busy runways, as you can imagine. I can see them coming in over the lake there, queuing up for O'Hare and flying back the other way. Look at this little ice sculpture that's formed from the drain there coming out of the side of the wall here along the Riverwalk here. See, I'm easily amused. And you see how, yeah, that's the Riverwalk. They had to connect under the bridges here and to make this all possible. Hey, Michael, how you doing there? We got Michael Rodriguez, Michael Anderson. We got all the Michaels. D. Michael. Dude, where's my keys? Where's my car? Wasn't it a movie called Dude, Where's My Car? Didn't win an Oscar. There's the Wrigley Building. There's the clock tower there. Is that the right time? That can't be the right time. We're getting close to 1 o'clock hour. Hey, we're back at the Vietnam War Memorial here. They got all the insignia from the flags are at half staff for Jimmy Carter. And yeah, 12:53 here. There are all the logos and insignia of all the military branches there. Chicago remembers the our own Vietnam War Memorial here with names of Chicagoans that paid the ultimate sacrifice in Vietnam. My father was drafted in Vietnam. Fortunately, he was in the Air Force. He claims, he said if he wouldn't have took the test to get the Air Force, he was trapped in the Army, he would have been stuck in a rice paddy out there in the Apocalypse Now movie. So we're thankful for that. But there are other people who didn't have it so lucky. And hopefully we won't have to fight another war like that. People asked to do the impossible. We had to destroy the village to save the village. We did it in Iraq too. Here's the 17th Church of Christ Scientist, Morton Steakhouse, the Perilla Hotel Perea. Hey, there's the Jewelers Building. Maybe we'll walk up this way. We'll see. No, we got the light here, so we'll cross here. We'll cross Wacker Drive there. Because we see that. We see those buildings. We saw them this morning. Made it up down. No, yesterday morning. Yesterday morning we filmed them. I lose track of the days here. But here, we'll head back to Michigan Avenue. I'm going to go back to work. So I'll still be streaming on TikTok today and tomorrow. I don't know about Saturday. Supposedly midnight on Saturday is when they're pulling the plug, and we'll see if they're really doing it. I think they're just running it down to the wire. I really dislike this intersection piece. You can never tell when the light's going to change, and then it always, you know, you're about to cross, and then there, see, like, it changes right there. There's a Wabash here, so we'll just film the old train going around there. Yeah, well, it's okay. Taka will be back. She takes breaks. She works downtown, so she sees this stuff all the time. I mean, how often you get to see the area where you work and walk around all the time? We were on that same train earlier this week. She took the Brown line too to commute home. Friends and neighbors. There's the Trump Tower, Marina Towers. There's the Wrigley Building and the Tribune. The Onion Dome, there it is. See, I don't like the zoom at all on this app. It's just very frustrating. See, the world's nothing but challenges and obstacles. Just like this last car crossing here. Okay, we got the light now. We got the light discuss. There's the Hilton. There's the old Chicago Motor Association, became the AAA. You go inside, there's a nice lobby there. Restored. They got a map with the Route 66 that you could eat down there. I'm just glad, because when I first moved here, both the Carbide and Carbon building and the Chicago Motor Association buildings were completely vacant. Can you believe that? The whole Carbon and Carbide building, this beautiful classic Art Deco gym with gold relief, was vacant. Now it's a hotel. They had to spend a lot of money, restored it. The Hard Rock Hotel was the one that initially, and then they sold it in a succession of other hotel brands, but it still functions as a hotel, and they added to the side of it. There's, see, Hampton Inn and Hilton Garden Inn, the Hilton hotel companies invested in that, and I'm glad they did, because it kept Second Life. There's the Chicago Alley there, Garland Court. We're on Water Street heading back to Michigan Avenue. He took his car and mowed down all the mailboxes. Yeah, see, you know, I'm not justifying that, but, you know, we know in hindsight that a lot of those Vietnam guys, they suffered from PTSD, and we didn't know what it was. And just like the World War II generation, the World War I, he called it shell shock, you know, they would freak out, you know, have flashbacks, depression, now we call it PTSD, and all veterans of foreign wars are, you know, susceptible to it. And so it shows you there's collateral damages to all wars. The people that, even if people return, even if we're victorious, you know, there's a human toll, and that's why even the Mideast truce there, already Netanyahu is you know, they're already squabbling over the details and the hostages. And that's why I said we're celebrating this for now, because we'll see how long it lasts, and hopefully it does, because, you know. And the press was more concerned about who's going to get credit for it. Credit for what? It's not over yet. Like, you know, the war could break out at any time for any reason, again and again, just like it has done for the beginning of time, you know. There's, or at least to the Bible. Look at the Citizen M there, the Carbide and Carbon building. This is a amazingly historic here. Yeah, Carbide and Carbon, Burnham and Brothers, the sons of Daniel Burnham. It's on the National Historic Register, an Art Deco gym here. But here I'm going to head across Michigan Avenue. We'll show you the Wrigley Building one last time here, and I'm going to go back to work. So we'll see you on TikTok tonight. We'll head home on TikTok. I'll probably work from home tomorrow because it's probably going to rain. And then we'll get ready for the D's next week. So thanks for tuning in here. Thanks to all my mods. Thanks Chris and everybody else, and the new people. Thanks for watching here, and we'll keep this show going. TikTok, YouTube, whatever streaming apps best available here. So see you, John James, Dolores, the dude, and run really Julie Reed there, Michael, Tara, Lambie T, Tracy, Yeah, okay. We'll see y'all later here. Thanks a lot for tuning in. We'll see you later. We'll see you tonight and tomorrow here. Happy Thursday. Enjoy this warm weather here. We'll talk to you later. Thanks a lot, everybody. All right, bye.